Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealwing33 Plays Enter the Gungeon. I'm Stealwing33 and today I'm going to be playing as the Marine. So, full disclosure, I recorded an episode of Enter the Gungeon right after that episode with the pilot. And when I went to upload it, it was corrupted as hell. So, now we're here. Kind of sucks. I'm a little upset that I lost that run. Luckily, it was a terrible run. So there's that. So yeah, you know, it could be worse. But we're gonna buy the Aura Gunny, and then we'll get started here. This is the episode to make up for the one that I lost. But I've been a little busy the last couple of weeks last couple of days rather, because I just launched the Kickstarter for my game, and it went well. It went well. I tweeted about it earlier today, and it was a good one. I'm very tired. I've been up since very early this morning, you know, doing Kickstarter stuff. So I apologize that I didn't get anything up the last couple of days, but you know, life's just been kind of hectic. Even right now, I'm kind of feeling kind of sick because I haven't slept very much in the last couple of days. But you know, I wanted to make a Gungeon video. I really wanted to play Gungeon the last couple of days because I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls, which I am planning on doing a series for on the channel. I just need to wait until I get some money together to buy a second copy of Dark Souls, which always feels kind of weird to do, but you know, that is the place that we are at right now. But that's gonna probably come down the pipeline. Probably this weekend, when I'm a little bit less busy, which will be very nice. Kickstarter stuff's been kind of crazy, but it's been good. It's been good. Happy to be back playing some Gungeon. I took a look at a game called Yum Yum Galaxy over the weekend, and I think I might make like an impressions video about it. I don't know if it'll turn into a series, because I talked about this before. I don't really like games like Minecraft and Terraria that take like a long time to get to something. I don't really like them. I enjoy watching them actually, but I really don't enjoy playing them. I get very frustrated very easily when stuff's inefficient, and those games are purposely built to be semi-inefficient. Like, they're not like terribly inefficient, but like the idea of like having to go like make a wood pick to make a stone pick to make a thing, like, if it always just feels sort of artificial. I do like games like the Culling, because the Culling is it's a game with crafting elements that didn't sacrifice its efficiency for the crafting elements. That's just me. I know that there are people who genuinely love those kinds of games, and I respect them for it. That's the reason there's a lot of them out there, and I can respect that from a good design standpoint. But today we're playing Gungeon, which is ironic because I promised to make more varied content on the channel, and I've just been playing nothing but Gungeon. But it's the only thing I can play that like doesn't take a long time to like really get something done in. Like, I can make an interesting Gungeon video in like 20 minutes, but like, you know, if I play anything else, it can take upwards of like an hour or two, which can be kind of, you know, bad. Particularly games like Grim Fandango. Those have been they're not dead, they're just put on hold. I do plan on going back and playing through them all the way at some point. I just don't have the time to devote I don't have the time to devote 45 minutes to something that might not produce like interesting content. It's the kind of thing that like would be fine if I had lots of time. You know, if we were back at like pre-Kickstarter, like if we were back like a month ago when I had lots of time on my hands, not lots of time, I just had a lot more time that I didn't have to be actively involved in something. I was, you know, a lot of the stuff I could handle between episodes and get a lot of it done, and then, you know, take 20 minutes to myself to like do something. But now I have to like, you know, I have to actively be participating in the Kickstarter discussions and sending out emails to press people and doing all manner of fun stuff that is it's my job. So, you know, I gotta devote some time to my actual job rather than you know, the YouTube stuff. But I do, like I said, I do enjoy the YouTube stuff. It's what I do to relax. And it kind of sucks that I haven't really had the opportunity to perform that, like to get on here, make some videos, even just doing like my daily Gungeon video has been remissed the last couple of days here. But you know, I'm here now, so I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here indeed. But Kickstarter went well. Game got fully funded in the first 13 hours of the campaign, so you know, a lot of family and friends came out in full force to help us get that done. But actually, a lot of our community got together and really made it happen for us. So I'm really pleased with how all of this has gone. We're getting the elephant gun because I don't know what it is, and it appears to be a shotgun with 2 barrels, and it's a gun that we unlocked via the hunting quests. This is a room type for this fight I've never seen before. Getting tables on the Gatling Gun fight is good. Having a bunch of pits on the Gatling Gun fight is not good. This gun's pretty good, actually, truth be told. Ow! Elephant gun does a ton of damage. The ammo count's a little low. We already got hit, so I'm not going to worry about getting mastery on Gatling Gun here. I blame the fact that I have just the plunger gun and the elephant gun to work with, and the elephant gun has really terrible ammo. It's really, really good, though. It does tons of damage. Tons of damage. You're seeing it's tearing Gatling Gun apart here. But I for this room setup, that wasn't the ideal way to handle that at all. Egg gun, pretty good. Walking out of this floor with 2 keys. No armor, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. We will buy the map because I'm pretty sure that the map will tell us where to go. And then I want to test something really quick. So this gray room over here is the secret room, right? Okay, so we don't have any blanks, unfortunately. Are there any blanks available in the shop for 30 bucks? There are. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll pop this open real quick. Cool. Let's see what's inside. Free chest. Not going to complain about that. A little bit extra money made up for the fact that I had to go buy a blank, which is good. And I found out that the map persists through floors, right? So now we'll always know where the secret room is, which is nice. And we'll be good to go. So yeah, there you go. Something to keep you cheeky for a minute here. Probably would have been in my interest to have stayed my distance away from the explosive barrels during the Gatling Gun fight. That's what got me hit in the first place, and then after that I just sort of gave up on not getting hit, which is why I got hit a second time. Which is, you know, that's poo on me for that, because, you know, I really should have tried to not get hit again, but we ended up getting an extra heart out of it anyway, so it's not like it mattered in the long run. Elephant gun is pretty good. I think the clip size on it only having 2 bullets in a clip is kind of shite. Like, it doesn't have the strength to really make up for the fact that it only has 2 bullets on a clip. It's not like the Scrambler here. The Scrambler's a really good gun. It's one of my favorite guns, actually. Shoots very slowly, but it makes up for it by doing incredible damage. Or it has 1 bullet in the clips, but it makes up for it by pretty much killing anything that it shoots with said bullet. The lead maidens are annoying. Elephant gun really holding it down if I can get point blank with somebody. So, kind of happy about this. We'll use this probably to clear rooms. Same way that we use like the sawed-off shotgun on the convict and stuff to make that happen. Ow. Okay. Dick. Go ahead and kill that guy. Ow. I took another shot because I tried to flip the table and it didn't flip because God hates me apparently. Ow. Okay. I'm a little thrown off right now. I'm not feeling 100% right now, but 100% like in real life. In the game, I don't feel 100% because I suck, and not for any other reason. I'm just not having a very good run. I'm a little rusty, I'll be honest. It's been a couple days since I've actually gotten a chance to play Gungeon. When I have like a spare couple minutes, I try to play around a little bit of Hearthstone because the Wrath of the Old Gods expansion just came out. And I was going to make a video, like a card opening video, a pack opening video, but Hearthstone was having a bunch of issues and I could only open the packs on my phone, and I wanted to play the standard format that just got released. So, you know, decisions were made. Bargains were struck. So to speak. If you guys are interested in, you know, a pack opening, I am willing to buy more packs and do a pack opening video if that is something that you guys are interested in. There's a bunch of cards that I'm missing from the set anyway that I want to get to make I want to make a pretty good... I want to make a Cthulhu deck, but I also want to make a Siraj deck. Siraj is a card. It's a 10 mana... It's a 10 mana 10/10 that resummons all of the Death Rattle minions that have died, or it resummons all of your Death Rattle minions that have died this round. I rolled right into that Iron Maiden, Lead Maiden, not Iron Maiden. My mic's a little bit hot. I wonder why that is. I will move this. I'll move the whole setup away from me real quick while I have a moment here. There we go. That should help out a little bit. Stretch my arm out. Feels bad, man. Let's go ahead and do a quick restart. We'll get another run in on this video. I think that'll be more than fine. More than fine. But yeah, I want to make a Siraj deck. And I'm thinking Hunter Siraj will probably be good, or Paladin Siraj will probably be good. Paladins have a lot of really good Death Rattle cards built into their class. They have cards like, you know, they have cards like Tyrion, and you can make cards like Chill Maw work in that deck type and things of that nature, which would be interesting. I'd be interested in making a dragon deck. The new Deathwing card that got released is pretty good. It's a 10 mana 12/12. When it dies, it's a Death Rattle card. When it dies, put all the dragons from your hand onto the battlefield. And I actually built a fairly competent dragon deck during the Grand Tournament, because they got a lot of cards got released that just made Dragon Paladin work. Which was nice. So I actually made a pretty competent Dragon Paladin deck, but I've been meaning to update it to standard format. There's a couple cards that I want, that I need. Cards like Chill Maw, and you know, I've kind of wanted to put in like Alexstrasza and stuff. Alexstrasza 9 mana 8/8 that sets you. Its battle cry is set target player's HP to 15, which can be very good. It basically is like a 15 mana. Or 15 damage nuke that just occurs randomly. I'm realizing that moving my mic didn't actually fix the clipping issues, so I'm just going to move it back because it is more comfortable on my arm. Got me hurt a little bit, but that's alright. No big deal. I might just be being loud, which is, you know, also possible. I could, like, take a minute to turn down my, the mic settings on OBS, but I'm not gonna. This is just going to be a hot episode, I guess. Hopefully it's not clipping too much. I can always try to be a little bit more quiet if that is the case here. Take one of my ear cups off so I can hear myself. Maybe that'll help calm down my voice a little bit. Which would be good. But so far so good. So far so good. This run's going... I mean, it's the beginning of the run. It's a little early to tell how far we're going to make it. We'll really know by the time we fight the boss and after we open up our first 2 chests. That'll be when we really can tell how we're doing right now. Really need to get a quieter keyboard. I had a couple of meetings over this week that people were complaining about my mechanical keyboard. I really like this keyboard though, so I might try to just figure out a way to like shield my microphone from the sound of my keyboard. Get some like sound dampening foam or something like that. Something to, you know, block out the sound of my keyboard clicking and clacking. But we'll see. We'll see. I know that it'll make my voice a lot hotter because my mic will only pick up the one direction, and you know, that's insert boy band joke here. I actually never listened to anything by One Direction. It came out after I was like already in like my 20s, like in college by the time they came out, I think. Okay, I was in college by the time I became aware of them, I guess. I guess that's a better way to put it. And you know, at that point I wasn't into experimenting with boy bands. I did watch that show. There, a boy band called Big Time Rush had like a TV show on Nickelodeon that was pretty funny actually. In like a really stupid way, but it was pretty funny. From what I remember, at least, I watched it a lot when I was babysitting my sister. Late in like my high school, early college stuff, which, you know, is an interesting thing. It's interesting to sort of try to watch shows that are like meant for people that aren't part of your generation, Sure, why not? Let's open it up. The Winchester rifle is not bad, actually. So that made opening up that brown chest pretty good. It's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. I'm happy about that. But yeah, it's interesting to watch shows that are not for your generation. Like, shows that legitimately just aren't written for somebody your age. Because my sister is 11 years younger than I am. My mom and my dad had her when my brother and I were we were in like middle school. Yeah, we were in middle school. I was 11 when my sister was born. And so like I'm like multiple generations removed from her, and like the way that she like handles culture and stuff. Like, she's already like an internet jockey, right? And I didn't really get into doing stuff on like the computer until I was in high school, when I started playing a lot more PC games with my buddy Tom. Even then, like I still didn't really get into like internet stuff. Like, I didn't watch like Let's Plays or get into YouTube until college. And I got into YouTube because my dorm didn't have cable. Like, we had a TV and I had like an Xbox and we had internet and stuff, but we didn't have like basic cable. And all throughout my whole life, I'd grown up watching TV shows, and so when I didn't have cable, I didn't know what to do with myself like during the day. So I spent a lot of time like playing online games and, you know, playing RPGs and playing games on like the PlayStation and on the Xbox. I played a lot of Call of Duty in college, like during my freshman year, until I started playing Dark Souls. My buddy Dan was the first person to ever like tell me that I should play Dark Souls, and when I started playing Dark Souls, I started watching Northern Lion play Dark Souls because I got stuck on a boss. I got lost in Anor Londo, which is an area in Dark Souls that's infamous for being kind of twisty and turny, but also it has probably the hardest boss in Dark Souls 1, Ornstein and Smough, and then it has one of the hardest areas, which is you have to like run across a rooftop, and there's a bunch of like dudes with big bows and arrows that like shoot at you, and that boss, that area is notorious for being sort of it's a noob killer, right? So it's for new players, it's the area that like you quit the video game once you get there. Particularly Ornstein and Smough is kind of not fun at all to fight against. But I actually ended up beating them on my first go solo, and apparently I beat them they got nerfed at some point during Dark Souls 1's like lifespan, and I apparently beat them pre-nerf because I did a faith build in Dark Souls 1 because I had played Demon Souls, so I thought that, you know, a faith build would be dope because in Demon Souls you could stack if you had like blessed weaponry and stuff, blessed gear. You could stack like regenerative effects, and then you could heal yourself without needing healing items, right? So it made some boss fights a lot easier, because if you just avoided getting hit by the boss, you just healed after a while, which was pretty dope. You had to really stack stuff like that in Demon Souls to make it happen, but there were some bosses, in particular the spider. There was the Spider Queen in Demon Souls was one that you could just stay away from her for. Oh, excuse me, got a little bit of dry throat. You could just stay away from her during that boss fight and just heal if you were out of healing items. And then there was another one. There were a couple boss fights. I don't remember Demon Souls too well, actually. I remember having a really... Oh, the blind hero. If you just stayed away from him, he couldn't attack you because he couldn't see you. And the Oedipus of the boss fight was that he would like wander around in his boss arena until you like made a noise or hit him, and then as soon as you did that, he would like go ape shit on you. And then if you just ran away and didn't make too much noise, let's call in an airdrop for ammo for the Winchester here. I think that's in my interest right now, since we are running out of ammo for it. I'm not gonna open the brown chest because we only have one key. If we had 2 keys, I might consider it. Brown chests they haven't been terrible for me. They're universally not as good as like a green chest or a blue chest, don't get me wrong, but they sometimes contain items that like, I find particularly useful. I've gotten scopes. This Winchester rifle made the trigger twin super easy because it does pretty solid damage, actually. Something that I did not realize. It's kind of fallen off now because we're on the 2nd floor, which ironically, you know, that means it did like barely good damage on the 1st floor, but whatever. That's all suspect. It's still it's a decent gun. It's got a good ammo count. It fires decently. Why did I even walk into this room? I could have just teleported. But I was on something. Oh yeah, so I stacked Faith builds in Dark Souls 1. And so I just used the lightning bolt attack on Smo, the big fat one. Killed him dead. And then Ornstein was pretty easy because his pattern was pretty recognizable. I remember it was rough, but I did beat them the first time I played. That's my only Dark Souls achievement. The only thing I can really like say that I've done that's like actually impressive was that I beat them the first go. I beat them blind, pre-nerf. Which was fun. But Northern Lion was the one who got me into YouTube videos. And I still remember to this day. I remember the video that I watched. It was him going over the rafters. And what the hell is this? Backup gun. Watch your back. What the hell is that, dude? Did I actually like, shoot bullets out of my back or something now? Fires backwards. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ooh, Curse Lady. So this lady, she sells us items at much cheaper than they would be in the shop, but they're cursed, right? So I got the ability to fly, which is totally worth the getting cursed thing. You can still dodge roll with the wax wings, but the nice part's that we can now, if we play our cards right, we can end up getting... brain, go with me here. The shit, like the casing and the arcane gunpowder. We don't have an active item right now, so I've got no reason not to go get the arcane gunpowder. We got a passive ability to fly, so we really just shoot out of both directions, huh? This would have been really good against the Trigger Twins, actually. Yeah, that was risky, but I wanted to try to make use of the gun shooting out of my butt. Not that I think that this isn't going to be practical in like any situation. It's more likely that it'll like by happenstance I'll end up shooting somebody more than like by actually trying to shoot them. Unless the homing bullets work on the backup gun, because that might be pretty good actually. But it's more likely that I'm going to end up shooting people by happenstance rather than with any sort of discernible like reasoning. Ooh, okay, so it shoots whatever I fire forward. It also shoots that backward, so the stinger is going to be super good, because that means I can get double Bs out of it. If we ended up with like the beehive would actually be really good right now, because then we would shoot double Bs without having to really worry about it. I can see some applications for this, some synergies, some good effects that we might end up with at some point, but we'll see. This is a wild new world we live in right now. But yeah, Northern Lion's the one who got me into YouTube stuff, which is I actually I've been thinking about getting YouTube Red because I want to support Northern Lion more than I already do, and I know that getting YouTube Red actually makes it so that you can watch people and there's no ads, which is nice. But then it also is... Oh, the holster? Oh, let's just screw this guy up with a stinger. But then it's also, like... I think that the person, like, the people you watch end up with, like, more money or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm actually not sure, because I've never actually looked into the YouTube Red thing. I just know that it, allows you to watch videos while on your phone. Like, you can, like, actually close your phone. When you have YouTube Red, so that's kind of nice. We're just shooting lots of bees out. Lots of bees. Yeah, that guy's dead as hell. Dead as hell, Beholster. Alright, we got the Origami. I get to see what this is like today. We're also doing really good. This run's going really well. This is going to be another video where the first run was trash, and then I remembered how to play the video game, and now I'm not trash anymore. I can already tell. So it shoots birds? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it's good. Maybe it pierces or something. If it does, that'd be great. That'd be super duper good, actually. I could really get into that. I'm going to move the mic slightly over to the left here. Sorry if that was loud, but it'll keep it away from... Like, I won't be talking directly at it anymore, so maybe that'll help the levels out a little bit. Not that they've been bad the last, like, little bit since I realized that there was an issue. Not gonna lie, the Origami's pretty good, because so the bullets do pierce. And then with homing bullets, they're homing in on a secondary target. The jammed enemy actually hit me, which is unfortunate. Feeling the effects of the curse already, which, you know, is kind of suckish, but, you know, whatever. What are we gonna do about that? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Yes. Alright. We are immune to any ground-based effect, if I'm not mistaken. So poison, fire, stuff of that nature. I know that we're immune to it while we're flying, which means that if we end up with a wallmonger again on the 4th floor, we will actually be able to... I think it should actually make it pretty easy, because we can just stick in the middle near his mouth. And if he does like that fire belching attack, we don't have to worry about dodging it, because we can just ignore the fact that it's happening at all, which would be kind of nice. It looks like the Origami comboed with homing bullets is pretty good. We're taking a lot of damage on this floor, actually, which is my fault. I had to actually use a blank there, or I was going to get destroyed, which is very upsetting. I really just, I need to focus a little bit more, I think. I don't know. I think it's because I stopped talking about anything important. I just started talking about, you know, random crap. You know, I started talking about, like, important stuff, like the game, rather than, like, how Northern Lion got me into YouTube series. But yeah, once I started watching Northern Lion, it sort of was history after that. Then I discovered people like, I discovered a guy called Merc Music. Merc Music makes Call of Duty stuff. He's really, really, really stupid. But he's really funny because he's sort of like in on the joke that Call of Duty players are all like super annoying, like dudes, and he sort of like rolls with it a little bit, which is kind of fun. I enjoy watching him a lot, actually. Still 2-shotting Bulletkin on this floor, which is kind of nice. Bubble Bop guys can die in a fire, as far as I'm concerned. Stinger has lots of bullets left? No. Let's grab some bullets for the Stinger. Stinger's definitely going to be a good boss killer for us. It does incredible damage on impact, and then the bees add to the effect. Not to mention, since we're firing double the rockets, we're getting double the bees, which is really... It made short work of the Beholster. Not as short of work as the Disintegrator Ray did during that Hunter run that we had a little while back, but short work nonetheless. Let's go set these off so I don't accidentally shoot myself. Good. Almost blew myself up anyway by walking into it, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. Hopefully we make it down to floor 5 again, and we're able to make something happen with the arcane gunpowder here. And hopefully we find the shop, and the shop's got 2 keys, or we get 2 keys on the floor somewhere. Let's go ahead and let's just get rid of this room quickly, because I am not willing to commit myself to a room full of shotgunkin, because that sounds unpleasant. I think that was a fair use of some of our Stinger ammo, limited as it may be. I think it was a good use. Limited as it may be. Yeah. But it's been a good couple days for me, actually. I'm just really tired, and I'm not feeling too great lately. Mostly I've got like a headache. I've got a headache, and the weather in Chicago's been kind of all over the place lately. Not in like a bad way, but it's like it's been a mixture of cold, and then it was really hot for a couple days, and then it was really cold again. And it would be nice if it stayed one type of weather for like a couple of days, because I think it's starting to make it's making my allergies kind of go nuts, and it's giving me like sinus headaches and stuff. So, you know, I'm not too thrilled about all of that, I'll tell you that for $1. But that's alright. We're doing okay though. Life's been pretty good. Reconnected with an old friend who I have missed very dearly. She and I have not spoken in quite a little while here, but you know, it's nice to reforge, you know, the connection that you have with people, you know. Especially like she and I were very close, and it's very nice to have that kind of relationship back in my life. Even if we're not as close as we used to be, it's still, you know, it feels good to have that back in my life a little bit. Let's fire the Stinger here. Light that guy on fire. It just feels nice, you know. It's the kind of thing that, like, as an adult, I've sort of grown to appreciate good relationships with people who, like, really get you. and it's nice to kind of have that in my life again. Not that there are like I have lots of people who understand me, but you know, not like she did. She really like got it, you know. But that's a conversation for another day, and it's not really my place to like be the one to be having it, I guess. You know, I don't know. I don't think anybody who watches this is going to know who I'm talking about, and even if they do, there's several people that I could be talking about right now, including but not limited to several high school friends who I just haven't spoken to in a long time, who, you know, I might not ever speak to again, which kind of bums me out a little bit, to be honest. Not because like I miss them or anything, but it just kind of sucks when you lose people in your life, you know, because you know you don't get a lot of chances to make good friends, like really good solid friends, and losing that kind of stuff can really suck, you know. Especially when it's over something stupid. Like I always, whenever I lose friends, it's always something dumb, like a misunderstanding, or somebody had a problem and they didn't talk to me about it, so I couldn't fix it, stuff like that. But you know, that's sort of life. You learn a lot of that kind of stuff. That's why high school is important, I think. High school really teaches you how to deal with people who don't like you for no reason, which is something that's very common in life. There's always people who just don't like you. You know, I've had a couple people in college who I just didn't get along with for some reason. You know, looking back, I had, you know, issues in college. A lot of them stemming from the fact that, like, you know, I sort of felt aimless. I sort of, like, I thought I was hot shit because I was very smart in college, or not in college, in high school I was very smart. The cannonball rock, huh? Right, hopefully the stinger makes short work of this guy, and we can get out of here with minimal effort. Okay, gotta remember that we don't have 2 blanks. I used up our last blank right there, which sucks. I think we just got hit. We did. Okay, so we're not gonna get mastery on the cannonball rock because I didn't see the wave of bullets coming for me, despite the fact that it's massive and covers up half the screen. I keep rolling in the wrong direction because I keep thinking it's Dark Souls style rolling, where it rolls where I'm looking rather than where I'm moving. No, Dark Souls does it that way too. You're dumb. You're just dumb. I'm just rusty, I think. I think a lot of it's just, this game requires a lot of discipline to, like, be very good at, and I just don't have that right now. I'm lacking, you know, lacking in my skills and all that. I don't have my skills to pay the bills. We did get gifted by the goods. Is that the Earthworm Jim gun? Oh shit! Whoa, Nelly. Earthworm Jim gun, super good. It's one of those guns that, like, just by reputation, I know it's pretty good. It's definitely the kind of thing that I am super excited to have. I have enough money for stinger ammo. I think I'm gonna buy a heart instead. I think I've come around. I think this game, buying HP, although it's still kind of dirty because it's still a waste of money, because HP is the kind of thing that commonly drops if you just don't suck on the floors. And so it still feels kind of dirty to, like, you know, do that, but at the same time, like, it's better to to waste money on HP and not die than to hold money and then end up dying anyway. We're gonna be using the pillow gun for a little bit here, not because I want to, but because I must. I actually really hate the pillow gun. It's not bad because if you get up really close to somebody and melee them with it, it stuns them. That's not bad, but the problem is that getting close to people is super fucking dangerous in this game. Like, super dangerous. I just realized that by moving my mic where I moved it closer to my fingers on the keyboard, and the purpose of having my mic in front of my keyboard instead of behind it, where the reason that the levels are all bad is because I was trying to avoid that exact thing, and I'm dumb. So I am sorry. Just go ahead and give this guy the pillow here. A little bit of pillow talk. Let's go ahead and use the marine sidearm on these guys, I think. Don't actually... Actually, let's try out... where's the Earthworm Jim gun? I want to try this out real quick. Ooh, very fast firing. I hope it does good damage. I know that those are hit scan shots rather than like, so instead of being projectiles, they're hit scans. So they just hit whatever it is you're pointing at. They don't have a travel time, so you can't miss if you're pointing at the person. Kind of gun that like is really good with a mouse and keyboard, bad with a gamepad, I would imagine. Not that, you know, because I think the gamepad, I don't think the auto aim works super well on the gamepad with a gun that has hit scan. Also, fuck Gold Skeleton Man, by the way, like a lot. I'm glad we ended up with an ammo drop there, because I wanted to get the ammo on the Stinger last floor. I really need to be careful opening these things up, because they can be freaking mimics, and if they're a freaking mimic, I'm going to take a bunch of damage for no reason. Helix gun, still terrible. Still don't like it. Still has the most ammo out of all of my other guns, so we're going to use it. Not that I want to, but because I must. I really don't like this gun at all. Problem with it being that the helixing effect on it, the thing that makes the helixer, is terrible. Causes a lot of problems, makes you miss shots. And the whole Oedipus for the gun being good is that the helix shots do double damage if they both halves hit it. So you get a 2-for-1 special on shots if you hit them with both halves of the helix, but that's not the case. We got 1 heart left. A little nervous, which is why I am entering this room with the freaking Stinger out. Not that I need it, apparently, because this room is super easy with flying. You just gotta avoid the bullets. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad. Go ahead and just teach these guys a lesson here. Clear out these rooms pretty quickly. I'm hoping that we'll get some ammo drops at some point, which would be super nice. Ooh. Okay. Bad to worse. Alright. That sucks. I'm gonna get to use the Earthworm Gem gun on a boss, so I didn't get to see how good it was. But that sucks. So that's gonna do it for this episode. That wasn't a bad run. It was like a middling run at best. B+. It was a B+. Maybe a B-. But if you like what you saw, let me know. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. I promise I'm going to get back to a normal recording schedule, probably starting next week. This week will probably still be like just one Gungeon video when I can manage to produce them. I'm just really busy, and I'm really sorry about that, but I can't do anything about it. I made commitments. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!